Hello friends, near and far, dear to my heart, I'm Victoria with Aligned Soul Tarot. This reading will be for Aquarius and all Aquarius placements found within your birth chart. Also where you have 11th house in your chart. Cross watchers, you are welcome here and place the roles as you see fit. If you are new to my channel, welcome. All your likes, your comments, your subscribes really help to keep this channel growing. I also offer a lot of detailed astrology support, so check out my website below. I have detailed birth chart readings where we have one-on-one consultation. I provide a lot of extra supportive content. You get a 2 full question tarot spread as well. And I do relationship synastry chart readings. On my Patreon, I'm going to be doing a lot of extra supportive content for preparation of eclipses next month. I have a Mercury retrograde series below on my YouTube, but you can also find my link for Patreon where I have a Saturn retrograde, Jupiter Gemini reading, and I'm going to be doing an all signs pick a pile reading on my Patreon for this eclipse energy. Stay tuned also for the North and South Node series. If you're not familiar with a North and South Node, I would definitely get familiar with it since it is going to be activated during eclipses. In this reading, Aquarius, we're going to discuss astrology for your sun and ascendant signs, but say you have a stellium or you're cross-watching, all this information is supportive and helpful. And if it's not, don't make it fit. The love reading for August, or whenever you find this, right? This is timeless, really. Will be linked below as well. We are at the tail end of Leo season here. We still have this sun energy, and that was one of the words that came up for you. We're going to talk about that. Leo season is about strength. It's a strength card. It's an 8-year. We just had the 8-8 portal, right? And that's really over the last month when Sirius lines up, right? So it's about manifestation, laws of attraction, all this good stuff that we talk about in the Jupiter and Gemini reading. For you, Aquarius, we're going to dive into also what this Virgo influence we have right now is. And really kind of diving into this 8th house, because that's what's being highlighted for you. This 8, so you could be seeing 888, right? 8 is of significance, right? So let's dive into what this means for you, Aquarius. Hi Aquarius, and welcome to this space. Thank you for trusting in me. Thank you for your likes. Hit the notification bell to stay up to date when I post. Again, I'm going to be doing that North Node series here shortly at the end of the month, and extra content on Patreon. As a Patreon member, you also get 20% off all my private services. So if you want to get a reading with me, it's a great way to get extra support there. You have access to all the Love Extended monthly readings and all that extra good stuff. Okay, so keep the description box below for all my helpful links and all the good stuff there. So again, 8th house, it's being highlighted for you, okay? Again, it is an 8-year, 2024 breaks down to an 8. It's an 8-month. And also this Mercury and Venus in Virgo is in your 8th house. So do you see a significance here of the 8th house? This is Plutonic energy, where you have 8th house or Scorpio in your chart. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. But again, it would help you to look into this 8th house influence and where it is in your chart. If you don't know, just know I offer detailed birth chart readings. We have this full moon coming up as well for you on the 19th, which is what, Monday? Tomorrow. So whenever you find this, this full moon is beautiful. It's in your sign. It's a super moon. Full moons are about release. And 8th house is also a deep dive house. It's about releasing what's hidden, repressed, tension, right? This is Scorpio Plutonic energy, but for me as a reader, it's represented in the Hermit card when I think of the major arcana. Also, some could say it's Judgment or Tower, but for me, it's definitely more Hermit. It's especially with Mercury retrograde. That's why I kind of piece that together, because the Hermit is Virgo, and we have this Virgo influence this month, okay? Some of the words that I got for you, so I do a quick kind of meditation before we dive in here, and I got interpret, and then I got calm down. I got it's not what it seems. I got ethereal. So this is, again, this retrograde season. We don't have just Mercury again. On my Patreon, I like to do more retrograde readings, and I'll be doing more of that, but I'm going to focus more on the eclipses first, and then talk more about some of the retrogrades that we're going to have up until probably around December. Things will lighten up, okay? But yeah, it's not what it seems, right? That's what kind of retrogrades are. It's going within, this ethereal connection, your internal compass, your internal guiding system. Things are not always as they appear, and delays are meant to be there at times in your life to have you to calm down, to listen to what is going on internally, okay? I did get the sun. I saw a vision of the sun, so this could mean just getting out in the sun, wherever you are in the world. Hopefully there's some sunshine. This could be light therapy, right? Red light therapy specifically could be very beneficial for you. But just sunshine, right? This is also happiness, joy, the sun card. This could also talk about just this month, right? This is a sun month, Leo. I got calculations as well. So having to be more calculative. Things are not as they seem. So maybe this could be something to do with planning, calculating something, math, all that good stuff. Especially 8th house, like we said, this heavy dose of 8th house. The full moon, especially in your sign, is going to ask you to go deep. This is how you handle crisis. Conflict or crisis might be arising, and that's going to look different for everyone, okay? But it is about what's hidden, what's been repressed. This also talks about sex. This talks about our sacral energy, creativity, how we are expressing ourselves, how we are releasing repressed emotions. It also talks about other people's money, believe it or not, inheritance, right? Taxes, debt, right? Crisis. That's all the stuff. 8th house. 8th house is a lot, right? It's one of those houses that holds a lot of information. But the key here is what's hidden. What are you hiding from? And that could be subconsciously or consciously, right? We don't always know in the 8th house what it is, unless we are, of course, connecting in with more of this ethereal spiritual connection, which most people on my channel are. You know, if you're guided towards tarot in general, this is a way to deepen that connection to source spirit, the etheric, the subconscious world, okay? The sage is going off here. So apparently you're needing some good sage here. So let's get into your reading. We have Mars and Gemini in your 5th house, okay? This is entertainment, creativity. So this is where I feel like you can kind of, for some of you, maybe tap into creative outlet that kind of helps you get some of this repressed energy out. This sacral energy is very creative as well. So you could be artists, musicians, dance. Mars and Gemini in your 5th house is very much about movement, because Mars is movement. It's how we take action. It's how we assert ourselves, right? Especially Mars and Gemini. You can feel like a bit wired. Especially Mercury retrograde, being careful of our tongue, the words we use. And of course, things are said, they need to be said, but then we can also kind of, again, interpret it wrong, or it's not what it seems is what's coming out for you. And that this could be, again, roles could be reversed, cross watchers. You could be saying this to your Aquarius, but these are self-focused readings. So I do my best to provide direction for you as the viewer. And then in the love readings, we go more into relationships. But if they do show up here, I will talk about them. Horse, stamina, drive. Yeah, this is that creative drive that we're talking about with Mars. I love the horse. Very regal, majestic creature. This is also showcasing the waxing crescent. It's gaining light. So this could have happened already because we are almost at the full moon. So the waxing crescent would have been about 2 weeks ago. So something around 2 weeks ago that happened for you, you can think back to 2 weeks ago. This was when about Mercury went into retrograde. Beginning of Leo season. Technically, Leo season starts at the end of July, right? But something about the waxing crescent, you could look into that, or the upcoming waxing crescent moon in September. Where you could be getting this motivation again to speak up. Nightingale, air energy. We have air and earth showing up here. Nightingale is, again, this is that creativity. This is using your voice, singing, poetry, public speaking, leadership, right? Using your voice in some way, Aquarius, to lead the pack. Although this nightingale is small, you have this horse energy behind it. So you could have also felt like at one point in your life, maybe not now, that you felt like you couldn't speak up, but now you're maybe regaining some level of confidence to speak up on what matters. And again, be careful of not potentially or misinterpreting something, or again, someone could be misinterpreting you. So be mindful of this. This is what's coming up, especially around communication. And when the horse, it's about not exerting any sort of this Mars influence too much, right? Also, the shadow side of the Mars in 5th house is it's the house of entertainment. There's a lot of beauty and creativity here. It's Leo energy, right? But also, it's about how we cope, because when we think of entertainment, it's usually, again, creative arts in general. This is personally for me as an artist, a musician, a creative sorceress, right? At that. It's how I handle my trauma, my emotions. It's how I am able to express them in some sort of creative outlet, okay? So you can either do that by substance abuse, right? Needing a lot of validation from others. And there's a time and a place for that, right? We all want to feel like our work or our relationships, we're getting validated. That's not a bad thing. But if we're constantly seeking that and it's an endless void of never feeling like it's enough, that's when it can become to our demise. And also healthy outlets, right? And of course, there's a time for play and indulgence. We're all adults here, right? But there's a balance there. Of course, there is a balance in the 5th house of risky behaviors, gambling, you know, with Mars especially, it's a very powerful energy. This is that scorpionic Aries energy. We can find ourselves exerting ourselves in all the wrong ways, and this can lead to burnout. All right, so let's pull for Aquarius. What do we have for Aquarius? My Aquarius viewers. Let's pull some more cards here for Aquarius, please. Show me the truth and nothing but the truth for my dear Aquariuses. Thank you again for your support. Thank you for joining me here. Again, if you're new, hit that like button. Comment below your placements as well if you're cross-watching or just the placements that you're watching for. I love to see the correlations with the signs. Aquarius, what do we have for Aquarius? Think about finance, legacy here too. 10 of Pentacles was in reverse, 9 of Swords on the bottom. Gemini energy, we have Gemini, Virgo, Sag, Scorpio, and Earth. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay. So you could be feeling like there's many options potentially within work with the Page of Pentacles, but it could be anything. This is a general reading. If you want to narrow in on what that option is and you're feeling like there's a lot of desire, lust, maybe fogged illusion around relationships or anything in general, especially an offer coming in potentially from an Earth sign, I need you to be mindful of this, because this Earth energy here, both Earth cards are not in balance here. 9 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. Again, it could be delays around money or an offer from an Earth sign, specifically a Virgo. Temperance, Sag. Yeah. Again, these are self-focused, but place them as you see fit. There is a hidden, deep internalized belief system here. Hierophant. Could have been from your parents, how they raised you. Again, religious factors, culture, beliefs, right? All that good stuff. Commitment, ideas around commitment. And there's confusion around that. What does commitment mean to you? And then also, like I was saying, things are not as it seems. That's the moon. Pisces. You have Pisces, Taurus here strong, or Sag. This is 3 major arcana here, so this is very strong. And the one thing that's in reverse is the Temperance. In my Mercury retrograde series, which you can find the link below the playlist for all the signs, the Temperance was the main card. It came out for probably 9 out of 12 of the signs. So this is my Mercury retrograde card. Patience. And we need this kind of delay or, a little bit of confusion that comes in, because where the tension lies is where the growth is, and it allows us to make assertive action, right? So the Sag energy, you're pulling on these qualities, or again, a Sag is potentially influencing you. And there's a balance there, because the Temperance, the Knight of Wands, This is, again, very much the same energy. A Knight of Wands is very fiery, in and out, impulsive. It's also very adventurous, very creative. You know, it's gusto, full steam ahead. Like when you have that wand energy, it's very passionate. It's very spiritual. It's about action, taking action, and knowing when to take action, knowing when to strike. But this is very impulsive paired together because of illusion, because of fear, right? The mentality, our beliefs that were placed upon us from potentially an outside relationship. Hierophant. You are recovering from this though here. This worry, this anxiety, and not having enough potentially, or some communication that's coming in. Work, financial issues could be at play here. Addressing codependency within relationships as well. Be mindful of, again, bad faith, desire, temptation in all the wrong places, because it's a self-perpetuating loop here where you actually put yourself in a very unstable place. So if you are in this place right now, the Aquarius that I'm connecting with, it seems that you are. Rest, pause, reflect, take some time for yourself to kind of sort out this illusion, this fear, because it could be a lot of people coming at you at once. I'm getting reminded of, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. There's a time and a place to speak, Nightingale. Use your words effectively. Mercury retrograde always reminds me of the Jedi pause. You could be a Star Wars fan. I know I am. Think of Ninja, right? That's Mercury retrograde for me. Let's see what advice we have for Aquarius, my Aquarius viewers. Balance spirituality with practicality. Yeah. Pisces influence. Again, don't get lost in the sauce. That can happen a lot here with retrograde season. We have several planets retrograde. If you want some more support, join me on Patreon. Okay, I'm going to do, again, a eclipse reading there at the end of August, coming up here shortly, and diving more into the retrogrades through September that we have to kind of work through. So there's always extra supportive content there. And again, you get 20% off readings, so the price is right? So full moon in Pisces. We have this Pisces eclipse coming up, so this is definitely signifying this influence. We have Saturn in Pisces as well. Where do you have Pisces in your chart? That could be helpful for you to understand and decipher, or you're dealing with a Pisces. But a win-win outcome is here. It is. I think around September is when you're going to actually be able to narrow in on an option. But again, it's like you don't want to be so much in the crown, right? When our crown is activated and we're getting all these downloads and insight and intuition, our dreams, you know, it's like lucid dreaming is what I'm getting for you. That's a beautiful gift, but we also have to ground ourselves in the earthly realm. Meditation, you know, cold plunge, nature, getting out in nature, reading, journaling, creating something in the 3D, an altar, going to some sort of retreat, therapy, things of that nature, so that we can actually bring it into the earthly realm, right? Bring it into our body, somatic practice here, right? This is a lot around like earth, grounding your earth, because the 2 earth cards are in reverse. So this is signifying that you have to create some stability in your life, and that might take a little time to sort this out for the rest of the month, because you are in recovery around some worry. Feeling a little bit dysregulated, temperamental even. Again, if you're dealing with a Sag, they could be very moody. You know, there could be bouts of a lot of energy and then feeling really restless and tired. What signs could you be dealing with in love? We're going to take this over to the love reading. I hope to find you over there. Usually there's some correlation in the love reading as well. So we'll see if there's any themes that come up again for you. But what signs could Aquarius be dealing with in love? What signs could Aquarius be dealing with in love? What signs? Libra. Fire sign. We saw that Sag influence. Aries, Leo, Sag. What other signs for Aquarius collective? Please show me the truth. For my Aquarius viewers, what signs are they dealing with potentially in love? This could be in your chart or theirs. Aquarius. I got that song, I am the eye of the tiger, and you're gonna hear me roar. You're gonna hear me roar. Yeah, the nightingale horse. It's like, there's a part of you that wants to just like, boom, like you want to say something. I can feel it. But again, with this two energies here, it's like balance. Libra's like, okay, this is justice, right? Equality. This is like the wise counsel sitting you down and, you know, having a mediator of sorts here. That could be very helpful because there are moments of this, like, you're going to hear me roar. That's your song, Katy Perry. You know, sometimes when I do these songs that I find, I like to link covers because I think covers are amazing. And sometimes it's nice to just not hear the same old song. So I'm going to try to find a cover of that song that I like for you, and I'll link it below. Okay, what other signs could Aquarius be dealing with? Also, it's in the lyrics, right? If you don't like the song, not everyone does. I just get songs, whatever comes out, comes out. I get all genres, just me. Sometimes I'm like, what? How did I remember that song? Sometimes I don't even know the artist. Aquarius, what other signs are you dealing with? Any other signs that want to come out from this deck? Any others? Maybe just one more. One more for Aquarius in love. Who are they dealing with? Two more. Okay, water sign, Pisces. Yeah, strong Pisces influence here, especially with that moon. We saw that, okay? Scorpio as well, strongly. So Scorpio, it could be Cancer, but I'm seeing more Scorpio, and I'm seeing more Pisces. Okay. So you have Libra, Sag strongly, Leo, Aries, water signs, fire and water. Ooh, combustion. Yeah, I feel this combustion for you. There's definitely this volatility that's coming up. And again, the sacral energy, it's like sexual energy. How do you know, and sex is an act, is one of the many ways that we create, we procreate. Sorry, I'm just trying to focus here so you can see these. But the sacral energy is really prominent for you right now, and tapping into this sacral energy and how do you utilize sexual energy. Yes, the physical act of sex is great, but there's so many other ways to express this creative energy, this life force within you. And you know what, Taurus got the same message, very similar message. They have a lot of this fifth house influence. So again, you could be dealing with a Taurus, or where do you have Taurus in your chart? Or you could just watch their reading if you're feeling like you want a deeper message there. Check out their August reading. It was a lot around this fifth house, okay? I wish you all the best, Aquarius. If you want to follow me over for the love reading, the link is below. Bye for now.